What was the starting point for this revolution in MoMA?
Great question. So I would say the starting point was really a desire to think differently about the collection here at the Museum of Modern Art. It's an incredibly deep and rich and broad collection, and we only ever get to show a very small percent of it. The opportunity to think more expansively about how we use the collection, how we let it tell the many stories that it contains within, in particular how we're able to surface new and different voices than we have traditionally in the past, to mix the mediums that we collect in a more robust way.
So more precisely, give me example.
Precisely.
Yes.
Give you an example. Okay, so let's talk about, so for example, on the 5th floor, Gallery 501 covers the earliest part of the collection, and it's late 19th century. So historically, you might come in and be faced with Cézanne's Standing Bather. On the other side, Van Gogh's Starry Night. When you enter that gallery now, you'll still see those old friends, but they are joined by incredible woodcuts by Edvard Munch, by ceramics by George Orr, who called himself the Mad Potter of Biloxi. And just in the gallery adjacent, it's all lens-based work, moving image and photography, the kinds of new ways of thinking and seeing that artists like Cézanne and Van Gogh were wrestling with. But historically here, those things have been kept quite separate. So the opportunity to bring them together and let people think about those things in relation to one another is a really exciting new opportunity.
So in a way, the artistry was unfair, or the vision of the old artistry was unfair, and you want to give justice to it?
I think the story of art history, when it's told as a kind of causal narrative of isms, necessarily leaves so much on the side.
Yes.
And so this is an opportunity for us to kind of go back to those aspects that maybe haven't fit so neatly into the clean story, and really celebrate those as well as the parts that we know so well.
What is clean story?
So the clean story would maybe be a kind of a progression of isms through time. So you start with post-impressionism, and maybe you go to cubism, and each breakthrough there allows for another breakthrough. But we know when you tell history in that way, it necessitates editing out so much other creative foment, so many other ideas, because they don't fit so neatly into that one story that one wants to tell. So we like to say about this is not MoMA's new story, it's a new story. And in fact, every 6 months, we'll rotate 30% of those collection galleries, which means there'll be another story in 6 months and another 6 months after that.
Merci.
Certainly.